Good early evening, late afternoon, however you want to put it. It is almost 5 o'clock. I've been home since about 3. I had to run to Walmart for a few things: allergy medication, coffee creamer, little things like that. The stuff that I didn't get yesterday at Kroger because they didn't have exactly what we needed or wanted. But work was good. Actually, um, work was different. I shouldn't say good or bad. It was just, well, let's just say due to issues with staffing. Mostly, we don't have enough people to cover all the bases, and even though I've had to call out once because my stomach, and I requested off for my medical appointment because I couldn't get anything later. It's just there's certain things that you have to work around when it comes to your personal needs compared to your work needs. But even working by myself today on one of our busiest days was not a problem. I was quite able to handle it, did not have too many problems. Luckily, somebody came around to check on me and get me some of my food supplies that I needed for my venue, because my location, the warmer to keep our foods warm, is kaput. It is not getting hot enough or warm enough to keep our food at a stable temperature, so we have to leave it inside in the warmer. So luckily I had somebody come out just in time to give me the chance to say, hey, can you go back inside, and at at such and such a location there should be a pan of rice and a pan of chicken. I need that. But I almost did not get my break because of how congested or busy we get. And when you're trying to shuffle people around to cover all your bases, it makes it even more interesting. But I had no problems. I enjoyed it. I was having fun. So it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm gonna have a heart attack. It's too busy. No, it was focus, one person at a time. Try to get that person from beginning to end as quickly as possible with no mistakes, so I can get on to the next person. So yeah, that's what happened. I made it through, you know. But anyhow, actually, I'm not going to read this today. I was going to read a little bit from American Cozy. Actually, I'm going to paraphrase what I read last night. Basically, we're in a chapter where it talks about making your workplace as Hugified as possible. So it's like, okay, well, I don't work in an office cubicle and whatnot. I work in a fast food situation. So it's not always easy to hugify your workplace when you're in that kind of work environment. But I did read a section in there that was talking about basically studies from Ohio State and two other colleges. I can't remember the name of them off the top of my head, but they were talking about stress in the workplace due to various different reasons. And I was kind of like, well, I can think of a couple reasons. Most work venues, most places of work, except for maybe your office space if you're an office worker or whatnot, they usually frown upon music, because well, one of the biggest reasons why they frown upon it is most of the current workers who do most fast food want to listen to that like obnoxious heavy metal type music from the late 80s, 90s, and 2000s. But we, in my work venue, were allowed to have a little radio to play classic rock. So we have a lot of rock from 70s and 80s, right before it became obnoxious. Well, there's if you're in the Rolla, Missouri area, or you happen to go through the Rolla area, you might be able to tune into a channel called Jack FM. I don't remember the numerical. It's 103 point something or other, but it plays some decent non-aggressive, I guess you'd say, semi-aggressive metal. 70s, 80s, and early 90s. But I had fun today. I just, simply had fun. And I guess I've gotten my work, my current job is very low to no stress. Literally very low to no stress. So I didn't think that particular chapter or that particular section of work environment, being Huggy in the Hughie in the work environment. So it was just kind of like I briefed it basically, because like I don't really have that much stress in my work environment, which I am enjoying 100%. Let's see if I forgot anything real quick. Come on. No. Just the last part kind of states that it is clear that many individual modern day workers feel that. Wait a minute. I spoke too soon. Yeah. Many individuals, modern work is deeply unhealthy. If you feel defeated and depressed by your work, read this chapter and seek help if necessary. Life is a beautiful... Yeah. If I was still working at, I don't know, Casey's or Dickey's, I would say, yeah, I would reread that and probably seek professional help to deal with my work stress. The next section, which I stopped at because I was getting sleepy, like I am now, is called the Leisure Productivity Connection. How to connect your leisure with your productivity. I want to kind of read that because I've never really considered productivity and leisure, because to me productivity is work and not being leisurely about it. It's, that's just something I've never understood or connected with. But like I said, I don't feel stressed at work anymore. I mean, I thought I was going to be stressed today because the fact was like, you're taking my coworker to work a different venue on a Monday, and Mondays are supposed to be like one of the busiest days out of the week, and I'm like, and they were like, oh yeah, we'll come out and check on you. I'm like, yeah, could you come around to check on me around, I don't know, noon? Nobody came around until 1, but I was too busy to even watch the clock. I was just kind of like, oh yeah, okay, do what I can with what I got, and do the best of my ability, and I did. I'm going to try to clear something up, because watching my last video and talking to Jerry and trying to get everything where her information matched what I remembered, which is not always easy for me to do because I hear certain terminologies and I freak. Right now, as of Saturday evening, what we know is the it's not really a PET scan. It was some sort of bone scan using radioactive isotopes that they injected into her, and like 2 hours later, they had her do the scan, the bone scan, and certain areas of her body, including her knee. What do I remember seeing on the screen when they tried to show it to Jerry? The knee we already knew about because of the growth. They want to call it a tumor. I'm just going to call it growth because I don't know what it is anymore. And it's like I've heard tumor, I've heard lesion, I heard, a whole bunch of different words to describe her knee situation. But the knee lit up. I don't remember what side, so forgive me for not remembering the side, but her shoulder blade on one side, her collarbone on another side, I can't remember if it was the arm or the elbow, and I think that was her left arm, elbow area, her right calf region, or not right, left calf region, and the right femur, which is actually, I've seen the x-rays, it is, you can tell where the abnormal, the lines on her femur is where the fractures are. We don't know, and I apologize for misspeaking the word cancer because we don't know yet. We just know that according to the preliminary report from the bone density scan, a lot of the fancy terms and the fancy words and whatnot, after talking to, looking it up with Mom, who, has her medical transcriptionary books, and Jerry's doctor friend and whatnot, they were the ones who, basically they were saying it does not sound good. It sounds very bad. It could be cancerous or cancer of one form or another. And I just kind of, that's where I went, what? hold the phone there, folks. But I'm not jumping to conclusions anymore. I'm listening and reading the information, same information Jerry has from her portal from Mercy, the Mercy Medical Group, and we're waiting to hear from the doctor. Jerry told me she tried to call them this morning, and then she tried to send via the Mercy portal a message to the doctor to say, hey, what are we doing? Do you need me to come in earlier than the 17th? Or not the 17th, Friday, whatever the Friday is, or what? Now, she has one follow-up appointment on the 27th. I have a medical follow-up on the 27th, so I had to take the 27th off to be able to do all this fun stuff. Her sister Julie is still coming. They had a minor breakdown with their vehicle in Denver. That was Saturday or Sunday. So, yeah, okay, great. So the situation with Jerry is unknown still. I jumped the gun again because all the fancy terminology and all the definitions of some of the terminology I heard made me go, oh, yeah, okay, that's not good. And my brain instantly jumped to cancer. But after looking up the information, it literally, all the fancy words basically say it could be or could not be cancerous. In other words, it could be either benign, which is non-cancerous, or I can't remember that other fancy word that means cancerous. Malignant. There we go. Malignant. So as of this point in time, I'm waiting to hear from doctors. If you want to get a better idea of what was in Jerry's report, I would suggest you go to watch Jerry's video. But yeah, everything everybody is telling us, except for our actual doctors, it's serious. So I'm like, okay, well, I want to hear from the doctor. I want to know what the doctor is going to do. I want to know what kind of treatments or what they're going to have to do to deal with it. Now, they could just simply bombard the areas that are possibly going to be troublesome with some sort of, there's all kinds of different treatments besides chemo. Chemo is like one of the ones that I've heard so many bad stories about chemo, but with any kind of nuclear medicine, it can go either way. So, and I know a lot of people have been like, how can Jerry be so giddy getting information that could mean she's got cancer? It's her way of dealing with situations like this when they're not totally 100% known what the issue is. That and the fact that she wants to try to remain in high spirits as much as possible. So I don't deny her that choice. It is her choice. I'm the opposite. I kind of get a little gloom and doom because for some reason my mind instantaneously jumps to worst case scenarios. That's just how my brain works. It works backwards. It would automatically jump to doom and gloom and work its way backwards to go, oh, it might not be that bad. It just might need simple work or treatments. So yeah, other than what Jerry might have to go through with these treatments, the only major thing, well, I'm not even going to worry about that. I'm gonna let God take care of that aspect. I'll just worry about Jerry's comfort and joy and happiness and what the doctors need to do and what the doctors tell her to do or don't do or any of that fun stuff. Which might mean a whole lot of different things, from rearranging our diets, maybe possibly rearranging some furniture. I wouldn't be surprised if the doctor suggests something like a Craftmatic adjustable bed just to keep her comfortable. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. All I know is I'm trying to look for the bright side of it all. So I do apologize for jumping forward. Jerry's going by what little she knows and what our medical friends, my mom and her transcription books and her medical friends, if there's more than one, I don't know. But I'm just kind of like, okay, so all the fun, fancy words that were in her report have to do with various types of lesions or I forgot what the word was, but it wasn't tumors. It was some another word that I just can't remember because it's like, huh? But we're doing what we can do to get our information and hoping for the best. But I will suggest that if you want to get the full 911 from what Jerry has, go over to Jerry's channel. I'm just trying to play the telephone game, which I know is not always great because, somewhere down the line or during the passing of something gets lost in the translation. So Forgive me for my part of the losing the translation. But all in all, we're still living one day at a time. We're not looking for anything. We're trying to remain as neutral as possible, or at least I am. I'm trying to remain as neutral as possible because I don't want to get myself worked up again. I don't want to cause waves, I guess you'd say. I'm just, like any good husband, concerned about his wife. Now, for what we know, yeah, I've already said what I know. Jerry might know more. She might have actually gotten a hold of the doctor by now. I don't know. But I just hope she gets a hold of them soon and either gets told what to do next or gets an appointment for sometime this week instead of having to wait a whole another week. That's one of the things that really boggles my mind and upsets me the most is it's one thing because of Jerry's problems or Jerry's issues. It took so long to get the MRI. And then it seemed like as soon as I got the MRI, they wanted to jump all over it like white on rice. And then all of a sudden it's like, anybody? Bueller? Anybody know where Bueller is? It's like, come on, folks. This is not something you put on the portal for the patient to look at and then have the patient sitting there going, what are you trying to tell me, doc? And then trying to leave messages for the doctor's office, try to get a hold of the doctor, nothing. It's one of the reasons why I don't like American healthcare. But it's the land of the free and the home of the brave. Also the home of the bureaucrats and whatever. I won't jump on that bandwagon. That can get me into more arguments than it's worth. But it is what it is, and we're trying our best to deal with it and work with it and all that fun jazz. But if I get any more information tonight or tomorrow, I'll talk it over with Jerry and we'll see what happens. Who does what to who or any of that stuff. But that to the side. I'm looking forward to a lot of good stuff. Julie will hopefully be here tomorrow or Wednesday. Probably tomorrow. I have because of the medical appointments, I'll have a 3-day weekend this week. And then next weekend, because of what's going on at my job site, or however you want to put it, I will have a 4-day weekend coming up next week. And I'm like looking at it going, oh great, because of this and then because of school, I'm only going to be working 2 days out of that week. And I'm just like, that's going to bite. But anyhow, I will yeah, I will try to keep everybody posted. It's not what I meant. I will try to keep everybody abreast of the situation, and hope and pray for good results. That it's not something serious. It's something that they can treat with very little to no invasive or long-term problems or treatments. Don't know. But anyhow, I'll go ahead and get off this so I can spend some time with Jerry and help her with a few things and try to figure out what we're going to have for dinner, because I did not plan for today's dinner because I was not thinking that far ahead. So anyhow, I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, I am truly losing my head lately. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and put them in the question comment box. If you're new to my channel and want to hear more and more on American Cozy, hopefully within maybe by the end of this week, if not the beginning of next week, we will be done with American Cozy and I can go into something else I enjoy. I don't know what yet. Probably something to do with Nordic history or something like that. So yeah, I will oh, duh, Jim, come on, wake up. If you do, hit the subscribe bell because you wanted to. Little bell will pop up and you can click on that. And once you do that, YouTube will let you know when I put in my next video. So until next time, you guys have a good day. Enjoy. Bye.